restlessness. Then we go to the immoral resultant consciousness, the next group. So there are 7 immoral resultant consciousness. So you can also look at your book. So I thought you have been doing the homework. So I think you will know where it is and you can read. So now, the negative sign, we have already know it is upekha sahagadam, accompanied by neutral feeling. So all the 6 are accompanied by neutral feeling. And only this one we call dukkha. So accompanied by painful feeling. Dukkha is painful bodily feeling. So now, chak. So we give you here, chakku is the eye. Sota, the ear. Ghana, the nose. Jiva, the tongue. Kaya, body. Sampadechana, receiving. In the book I give you receptive. It's better to say receiving. Receiving consciousness. Chaitam is consciousness. Santirana, chaitam, investigating consciousness. Okay, vinyana. Vinyana we say enba. We say we pronounce nya. So vinyana, vinyanam. Vinyanam the same as the chaita consciousness. They mean the same thing. So chakku vinyanam, eye consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling. So now let's read. Upekha sahagatam. Chakku vinyanam. Upekha sahagatam. Sota vinyanam. Upekha sahagatam. Ghana vinyanam. Upekha sahagatam. Jiva vinyanam. Dukkha sahagatam. Kaya vinyanam. Upekha sahagatam. Sampadechana chaitam. So it is receiving consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling. Upekha sahagatam. Santirana chaitam. So santirana means investigating consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling. So they are the result of our past immoral karma. Karma is immoral deeds. Because of our immoral deeds, we have immoral karma in our mental stream. And when the result of immoral karma would be unpleasant effect. So when we come across undesirable, unpleasant sense objects, at that time these consciousness will arise. So if we see like some cow dung or like the feces or a dead corpse, so at that time upekha sahagatam chakku vijnanam will arise. It would be, so we say it is akusala vipaka. Akusala vipaka. So we have here. So in your book we have here, akusala vipaka chaita. So they are immoral or unwholesome resultant chaitas that arise as the inevitable results of akusala chaita. So that means we perform immoral deeds with immoral minds in the past. So we have immoral karma. And these immoral karma, they produce these immoral resultant consciousness, unwholesome resultant or immoral resultant consciousnesses. So when we hear like the noise or the abuse, some people blaming you, so at that time what chaita will arise in you? So we say it is akusala vipaka, upekha sahagatam, sota vinyanam will arise in your ear. Now when you get into the toilet, you get bad smell. So what would be the chaita at that time? So again we say this chaita will arise. So to give the full name, you have to also to mention this. Akusala vipaka, Upekha sagadam gana vinyana. So when you eat some rotten food, oh, it's very terrible. So at that time, upekha sagadam jiva vinyana chaita will arise. Now when the mosquito bites you, or your hand is burned, so at that time what chaita will arise? So we say, the akusala vipaka dukkha sagadam kaya vinyana chaita. Kaya vinyana, we say the chaita, we compute with it. Kaya vinyana chaita. And then, so whenever we get the one of these consciousness, so like the eye consciousness, they arise just for a moment and then they dissolve. Before it dissolves, it transfers that sense object that it sees to the next, and that is the sambatechana chaita. We call receiving. It receives that sense object. And then again it transmits to the next. That is santirana chaita. And this chaita will investigate that consciousness. And then again it will transfer to manodwara vachana. So, we cannot see there. Okay, we now go, this the seventh. And the next group is this ahetuka kusala vipaka chaita. So the next group of chaita.
Let me translate this part first. 咁頭先咧，我哋就重溫咗琴日最後講個 part 啦，未講完嘅，就係不善嘅果報心，一共有7個啦。咁呢個7個果報心咧，都係即係欲界嘅果報心啦，都係因為我哋作過去做嘅惡業啦。咁佢成熟嘅時候咧，我哋嘅果報咧就係我哋嘅眼根咧會睇到自己唔中意嘅嘢啦，耳仔會聽到唔中意嘅聲音啦，鼻味聞到啲臭味啦，我哋會食到啲唔好嘅嘢啦，身體啦譬如俾蚊咬啊等等嘅。咁呢就係我哋嘅過去嘅不善業成熟，就會有啲咁樣嘅意識、眼識、耳識咁佢哋咧呢個 Upekha 咧就係我哋琴日都有講係個中正嘅感受啦，會生起啦。咁同埋呢啲全部都係中正，係身體呢度咧就係有苦受啦 dukkha 啦。咁第6咧就係、當我哋嘅眼識咧見到個色法嘅時候咧，咁我哋嘅眼識咧係即生即滅嘅，佢將眼識所見到嗰個色法咧，佢咧就傳俾另外一個生起嘅心啦。呢、個咧就係叫Sampati-chana Chitta， 即係領受心啦。我哋中文講，咁呢個領受心咧，佢接受咗呢個傳過嚟嗰個信息咧，佢咧就傳俾呢個Santirana Chitta， 我哋叫推導心嘅，佢咧就會了解見到啲咩嘢嘅。咁佢滅咗之後咧，佢會將佢所知道嘅嘢咧就傳俾另外一樣嘢。咁咧今日咧會繼續講嘅。
Please just go back. Please take note here at the bottom of this page. So we say of the 7 chaitas mentioned above, the first 5, this first 5. So the first 5 are known as Pancha Vinyana. Pancha means 5, Vinyana means consciousness. So that means they are the consciousness that are aware of the 5 sense objects. So please take note of that.
咁咧即係7個之中咧有5個咧就係、我哋嘅 pancha 咧就係5啦 ，vinyana 啦就係意識啦。咁即係我哋嘅眼、耳、口、鼻、身呢5個唔同嘅意識。
Now if you know these 7, then the next 8 chaita will be the same. So you can turn the next page.
如果我哋識咗呢7個咧，其他有8個咧都係好相似嘅。
So you can look at your book at the same time. We give the topic here. The Ahetuka Kusala Vipaka Chaita. So Ahetuka is rootless, no roots. And then Kusala Vipaka, moral resultant consciousness. Moral resultant. So what we finish is immoral resultant. this time it is moral resultant. So we have also performed the good deeds in the past lives. So we also had good karmas in our mental stream. And so these good karma, they will give rise to these the kusala vipaka, moral resultant consciousness. So these moral resultant consciousness are also the consciousness that are aware of the five sense objects. The same thing. But this time, as it is the result of a good karma, so they will arise when you observe pleasant, desirable sense objects. So in Abhidhamma, they say, we come across unpleasant, undesirable sense objects because of our bad karma. Because of our bad karma. And we come across the pleasant, desirable sense objects because of our good karma. So because of our good karma, so we say the moral resultant, the result of the good karma, this chaita will arise.
咁咧，跟住咧，我哋另外講生嘅咧，就係叫無根啦，或者無因嘅善嘅果報心。咁琴日我哋講嘅所有係無因咧，即係佢呢一類咧，佢唔再造業㗎啦，佢係不過係已經係一個結果嚟㗎啦。佢本身嘅生起咧已經係過去嘅因，而家咧就有一個果嘅，同埋咧呢個阿希圖卡咧無根咧就係話冇嗰個貪嗔痴或者無貪無嗔無痴嘅嗰六個根啦嚟作為佢嘅因嘅。咁咧一共有同頭先一樣啦，前五個咧就係我哋嘅五根入邊嘅五色啦，即係眼色、耳色、舌色，我哋嘅鼻色同埋身體嘅意識啦。咁咧，因為呢個係 kusala 咧，就係善啦。咁因為個善嘅因個果報成熟咧，我哋嘅感受咧就可以講係樂受嚟嘅，同頭先個不善嘅咧係相反嘅。咁根據阿毗達摩嘅講法咧，就係話，如果我哋過去做過惡業成熟咧，我哋嘅感受領受嘅嘢咧係不愉悅嘅、苦受嘅或者中性嘅。但係如果我哋係善業成熟咧，我哋嘅五根門咧，我哋嘅五色所以接收到嘅嘢咧係中性或者係樂受嘅，係好嘅嘢，係我哋中意嘅嘢。
Now, if you look at the first seven, the consciousness, they have the same symbol as the immoral resultant consciousness. Only this one. So it is the opposite of the previous one. So this one is called sukha. So number 5, sukha. So instead of dukkha, we say sukha. Dukkha is painful bodily feeling. Sukha is pleasant bodily feeling. So it is the result of the good karma. So it should be the good feeling. So it is the pleasant bodily feeling. So up to these 7 are the same. And we have only one additional Santirana Chaita, which is accompanied by pleasant mental feeling. So we have one Ishta. So we have 2 Santirana here. One is Upika Santirana, just like in the before. But now it's Somanasa Santirana, pleasant feeling. So when the sense object is fairly good, when we investigate it, when we investigate with Santirana, at that time Upika Santirana Chaita will arise. Now when the sense object is very, very good, so while we investigate it, we get joy. So we get joy and pleasant feeling. So at that time, Somanasa Sahagatam, the Santirana Chaita will arise. So we have one more.
咁咧嗰7個咧前面嗰7個咧同頭先嗰個不善法嘅果報心咧係相對㗎啦，即係其實都好相似嘅。 唯一個唔同咧，只係佢接收嘅嘢咧係好嘅嘢啦。所以喺第5個身體嘅感受咧，kaya vinyana我哋嘅身識嘅時候咧，我哋有愉悅嘅感受 ，sukha 嘅感受一齊生起嘅。咁佢同頭先嗰個不善嘅果報心多咗一個咧，就係呢個推導心咧 ，santirana 係多過頭先一個嘅。就係當我哋接收到一啲嘢，個心係去研究係乜嘢嘅時候咧，因為係好嘢咧，我哋咧就多咗一個 somanasa， 即係愉悅嘅感受生起嘅。
So the names are the same as before. Let's read again. All of you, please read.
咁我哋一齊再讀呢個巴利文啦。
Upikha sahakatam chakhu vinyana. Eye consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling. So the meaning you should also understand, not the same. So we go to the next. Upikha sahakatam sota vinyana. The third one. Upikha sahakatam gana vinyana. Upikha sahakatam jiva vinyana. Sukha sahakatam kaya vinyana. Upikha sahakatam sampatichana cittam. Upikha sahakatam santirana cittam. Somanasa sahakatam santirana cittam. So like in the examination we ask you, now when you see a beautiful rose or say beautiful, the beautiful salunka, or a beautiful actor and actress, what citta arises at that time?
我哋見到美麗嘅東西嘅時候，我哋嘅心會有啲咩心生起咧？
What citta? When you are seeing a beautiful flower, like a beautiful girl or actor or actresses. So when they are seeing, it will be eye consciousness will be arising. So would that be which one? So you can say it is upikha sagadam jakhu vinyana citta arises. But again we say, no, previously we have also Upikha sagadam jakhu vinyana citta. And it's the same, but you have to differentiate. No, it is so the previous one is immoral resultant. This is moral resultant. Which one? So you should put in the moral resultant. That is kusala vipaka. Kusala, this one. Kusala vipaka. Upikha sagadam jakhu vinyana citta. All right. When you are listening to a very pleasant song, what citta will arise? Okay, kusala vipaka, upikha sagadam, sota vinyana citta. Will arise. Okay, I will explain like that. Just try to answer first. Now, when you are smelling the pleasant goya perfume, what citta will arise? Kusala vipaka, upikha sagadam, gana vinyana citta. And now we are eating tasty hamburger or ice cream. So what citta arises at that time? Kusala vipaka, upikha sagadam, jiva vinyana citta will arise. Now when you lie down on a very comfortable bed, so what citta will arise? So at that time, kusala vipaka, sukha sagadam, kaya vinyana citta will arise. So as before, after one of these citta arises, then after that There's the kusala vipaka, the sampadichana, receiving consciousness will arise, and then samvidana, investigate consciousness will arise. So they will follow by all these kusala vipaka chitta while you are observing pleasant sense objects.
大家唔使翻譯啦。咁嗱，頭先講我哋見到、聽到、睇到、聞到、食到嗰陣時咧，咁頭先佢哋就考啦，我哋應該係乜嘢？咁大家都跟住讀咗啦。咁每樣譬如我哋嘅五識咧、五根門咧，五識咧各有一個相對嘅意識會生起嘅。咁當我哋之後咧，我哋個心咧就會有一個領受心生起嘅。咁要解釋嘅就係話咧，其實前面四個同頭先嗰個不善嘅果報身係一模一樣嘅，所以我哋回答嘅時候咧，要講明係善嘅果報身定係不善嘅果報身。
So you please take note. I just told you, according to our Abhidhamma, we are in contact with disagreeable, unpleasant sense objects on account of our past, the bad karma, akusala karma, unwholesome deeds. And at this time, the immoral resultant consciousness will arise. And on the other hand, when we are in contact with pleasant, desirable sense object, is due to our the previous good karma, and at that time this, the kusala vipaka chitta will arise at that time.
咁咧頭先教授咧就講，當我哋過去嘅不善業成熟嘅時候咧，就會有頭先嗰7個咧果報生咧就生起嘅。但係當我哋嘅善業成熟嘅時候咧，就有呢8個嘅果報生起嘅，即係相應嘅果報生起嘅。
Would you please turn to this page? To this page. Please look at this page. So we say, you should take note. There are a pair of chakru vinyana, eye consciousness, and a pair of sota vinyana, ear consciousness, and one pair of gana vinyana, nose consciousness, and one pair of jiva vinyana, tongue consciousness, and also a pair of kaya vinyana, body consciousness. These 5 pairs together are called Dvi Pancha Vinyana. Dvi means 2. Dvi means 2. Pancha Vinyana is the 5 consciousness. So 5 consciousness, if you multiply by 2, you get 10. 10 Dvi Pancha Vinyana chitta. Please take notes of this. So this word will come again later on. Dvi Pancha Vinyana. Yes.
俾我哋中嘅人睇下。咁咧頭先咧就講咧我哋咧喺每一個眼色咧喺眼色入邊咧，我哋係有一對咧係一 pair 嘅，有不善嘅果報心同埋善嘅果報心，意識都係一 pair 嘅。意識嘅生起咧就有善嘅有不善嘅果報心。咁呢5個根門咧全部都係一 pair 嘅。咁咧巴利文咧叫Dvi Pancha Vinyana，即係呢個啦。
Now we go to this the paragraph, and the answer to that question is here. So we say all akusala vipaka chaitas and ahetuka rootless kusala vipaka moral resultant consciousness. So both this immoral resultant consciousness and moral resultant consciousness, they are comparatively weak, as they are not aware of the senses as good or bad yet. They are accompanied by neutral feeling. The exceptions are the 2 body consciousnesses, which are accompanied either by painful feeling or pleasant feeling. And also there is Somanasa Sandirana Chaita, which arises when the sense object is excellent. So even while we investigate it, we get joy. It is accompanied by joy, so it is also accompanied by pleasant mental feeling. So remember, when the visible object strikes your eye, the eye consciousness arises just for one conscious movement we have. So, and the Buddha said, even in one snap of the hand, 1,000 billion chittas arise and dissolve. So that means one chitta, one consciousness. The lifespan is 1 trillion times. That is 1,000 billion times 1. So you just divide this 1 billion parts, only one part. You understand it? So very quick, just type up, finish. So when it just quite finished, that rise and it finished. So it does not know the sense object yet, whether it is good or bad. So when you don't know it is good or bad, you don't get pleasant feeling or the painful feeling, only neutral feeling will arise. So the two exceptions we say in the body consciousness. So when you get handbound, you get a painful feeling at the same time. So when you lie down, like when you come from the hot outside, you get the air condition, the contact, pleasant feeling, you get immediately. So only the two body consciousness, they are accompanied by either painful or pleasant feeling. Okay.
咁呢度咧就講咧，即係所有嘅不善果報心咧，同埋冇因呢個冇根或者冇因嘅善嘅果報心咧。嗱，我哋頭先見到嗰個7個咧不善同8個善嘅果報心咧，其實咧都係好弱嘅。即係佢哋五根門啊，即係啲五色啊。咁所以咧，因為佢哋好弱嘅時候咧，佢哋仲未知道佢嘅所緣係乜嘢。所以咧，當佢哋接收到嘅時候咧，佢冇苦受或者樂受生起嘅，所以大家見到咧，佢多數都係 ubhika 係中性嘅感受，因為佢仲未知道嗰個所緣，佢接收到係咩嘢。咁唯一例外咧，就係頭先我哋見到咧嗰個身體啊，對於身體嘅感受 kaya vinyana 啦，佢咧就喺不善果報心嘅時候咧，佢就有dukkha 嘅感受啦，即係苦受啦。喺善嘅果報心成熟嘅時候咧，佢就有sukha 嘅感受，即係頭先教授舉例就話，好似我哋喺出邊好熱嘅，好焗熱，一入嚟之後冷氣，咁我哋即刻就已經有愉悅嘅感受，咁所以咧就呢兩個係例外嘅。咁同埋咧，佢頭先強調嘅係，以前我哋都有講，就係話喺彈指之間咧，可能有幾億、數以億計或者兆億計嘅咁多嘅色。意識係生滅咗，生咗已經滅咗啦，即係其實係相當快嘅。咁所以咧，所以我哋講，譬如一個眼色生起咧，佢係弱，就係話佢因為佢好快好快。
How come there is a somnapsa in the center end, but not domnapsa? The last one. Alright, in the kusala, you got somnapsa, satakata, santirana citta, but not in the akusala. Why is that?
No, we don't have it. So not when in the somanasa, when the sense object is very, very, like when you see your friend that you don't see for years, so you get great joy as soon as you see it. So you get somanasa at that time. But like in the case of domanasa, unpleasant, you just get so. Or when you see, you don't know that we say whether it's good or bad. So only in this pleasant sense, very excellent sense object. So at that time, because of though we don't know, actually we don't know the sense object very well yet. So it may, as soon as we see like a person, we have, well, a little difficult to explain actually. So we just try to take note as taught by the Buddha. So when we say the light unpleasant feeling, even dosa mula chitta, we say at that time while we are investigating, we don't know the sense object clearly yet. We don't know clearly yet. So all upekha. Now we have the next topic is ahetuka kriya chitta, rootless functional consciousness. So there are three of them. So again, the first two are the negative upekha sarada, and the third one is somanasa sahagata. Now we can read below. So this one, upekha sahagatam. Please try to read. Upekha sahagatam pancha dwara vajjana chaitam. So, you already know this. We have Abhidhamma Course many times. So, pancha dwara means 5 doors. 5 door means the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, and the body. Now, this we call 5 sense door. 5 door. Vajjana means adverting or directing. So, advert means direct. Directing consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling, indifferent neutral feeling. So that means, if any sense object appears in this 5 sense door, the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, and the body. So it will be this consciousness, pancha dwara vajjana, will take notice of that, will pay attention to that consciousness, and when it pays attention to this consciousness, it also directs the following chitta to come to this consciousness. And that's why we say directing consciousness. So if pancha dwara vajjana do not take notice of that sense object, we don't know. Only this pancha dwara vajjana arises and take notice of it, we shall know that object. And now when the sense object appears in the mind door, then we get this one. So the names are the same thing. Instead of pancha dwara, we get mano dwara. So we say upekha sahagata. Mano dwara vajjana chaita. So mind door. So here mind door, adverting or directing consciousness, also accompanied by neutral feeling. So the mind door. So the mind door is our unconscious mind, we might say. So when we don't know any sense object, unconscious mind keep arising in us to keep us alive. And when you fall asleep, when you were asleep, so at that time, these unconscious minds keep arising one after another. Because if the mind do not arise in us, we shall die. We shall die. So the mind will keep arising one after another. So when we don't know any sense object, we say the unconscious mind. So we actually call it the light continuum. Light continuum will keep arising in us. And if you have difficulty, so you have the chart. The chart that you can project.
It's there.
Or can you project the chart? So the chart that you projected.
Just bring the chart. I will project it on the screen. 嗱，咁我翻譯一先啦。咁我哋而家講緊咧就係無因嘅。
Please bring one first here. Please bring one first here.
我拿一張過來。
Please bring it out.
Oh, only the first one. Not the whole set yet. Only the first page. So I like the last chart. So no more chart. So my the original one. My original one.
Yes. Let me translate this first.
Okay, you go ahead. I'll try. I'll try to see.
我先翻譯咗呢度啦。咁呢個無因啦，或者無根嘅心咧，就係一個唔作業嘅心啦。咁唯作心咧，就係同嗰個心唔同咧。唯作咧，即係佢係有作用嘅，但係佢唔作業嘅，有功能嘅心啦，叫做 Kiriya Chitta 呢一類嘅心。咁呢一類嘅心咧喺欲界咧，即係我哋啲界咧得3個啫。第一個咧就係呢個叫 Ubhika Sahagata， 即係捨受啦，中性嘅感受 ，Pancha 啦、Ajahn 啦、Chitta， 佢咧就叫五門轉向心。呢個五門轉向心咧，就係話當我哋嘅五根門五識咧接收到一啲嘢嗰陣時咧，呢個轉向心咧就會生起，而令到我哋嘅心咧，即係令到我哋嘅心咧知道。即係我哋嘅意識咧，因為我哋同時接收緊好多嘢，只有呢個作用緊嘅時候咧，我哋先至會先會接收到邊個根門接收到啲咩嘢，所以呢個咧係轉向心，即係將我哋嘅注意力咧轉去應該佢需要注意嘅地方。咁第二個咧就係 Ubhika Sahagata Manodora Ajahn Chitta， 咁呢個咧就係中性嘅我哋嘅二門咧，即係我哋嘅心。我哋嘅心咧，同時接收到好多嘢，我哋嘅五根門嘅意識都接收緊好多嘢。咁我哋嘅好多嘢都入緊嚟，咁只有我哋呢個二門嘅轉向心導向嘅地方咧，先至會接收到嘅。咁頭先教授講咧，呢個我哋嘅 Manojo 即係我哋嘅二根啦、二門啦、六根入邊個二根咧，其實咧就不停咁樣作用緊嘅，就好似我哋潛意識咁樣。咁佢自己有佢自己嘅作用，不停咁樣 run 緊。就算瞓著覺咧，佢都喺度作緊功嘅。咁佢頭先咧就提咗一個叫有份心，跟住聽佢嘅解釋。
So this one, and then the other should be broken. 36 is paragraph. This is actually chapter number 9. The bottom one. So we are going to look at the bottom one.
嗱，呢個咧係第9頁。咁喺書入邊咧就喺書入邊咧都可能有嘅喎，係第chapter number 9啊，喺書後面咧有一啲表嘅。咁if you don't have the book, you can just watch the projector.
So this we roughly describe the occurrence of the consciousness in one existence. Like in Buddhism, we say a good Dhamma we have done in the past produce our present existence. The Dhamma is just like a seed. So a seed can produce a new plant. So the same thing, the Dhamma also produce a new existence. So when it produces a new existence, so then it will produce its resultant consciousness. Resultant consciousness. And then the first resultant consciousness that arises in the mother's womb, we call it rebirth consciousness. Patisanti Chaita, so rebirth consciousness. So according to science, we think that when the ovum of the mother and the sperm of the father, they combine, they come in contact, then we say the ovum is fertilized. So that fertilized ovum, it sticks on the wall of the womb of the mother, and according to science, we say the mother becomes conceived. The mother becomes conceived. But according to Buddhism, so the baby is not conceived yet at that time. Not conceived yet. So these are just the support, this materiality, the ovum of the mother, and the sperm from the father. They are just the supporting material from the two parents. Now the baby who is going to be reborn there, so the baby will die in the past existence, and as soon as the baby died in the past existence, now that good karma that is present in that person will produce this rebirth consciousness. So this rebirth consciousness will arise in that the mother's the fertilized ovum. Then we say the baby is conceived. The baby is conceived. Now you just mentioned the lower part here also. So when that karma it produces its resultant consciousness, it also produces materiality. Kammaja rupa means materiality produced by the karma. So consciousness has to depend on this kammaja rupa for its arising. So when that karma produces the karma born materiality and the resultant consciousness, so we say the baby is conceived. Only then the baby is conceived. Then that karma will keep on producing its resultant consciousness, one after another, throughout the whole life. And finally, the last one. So after this one, we die. The person will die. So this is called death consciousness. Death consciousness, Chutti Chaita. So these are called the in between, the consciousness that rise one after another. We call them Bhavinga Chaita, Bhavinga. So Bhavinga. So we don't get the full the spelling yet. So Bhavinga Chaita is that we call life continuum, life continuum in English. So that's why the psychologists, as these consciousness are not aware of the present sense objects, they take actually the past sense object. The past sense object that arises just before that person dies in the past life. So it takes that previous sense object and it arises one after another throughout our lifespan. And these life continuum, this consciousness, they serve as the mind door. So I'd like you to know that the mind door. The mind door is actually the mind that arises in the heart. So in our heart, in the blood of the heart. So these, the mind-born materiality arises in the blood of the heart. And that consciousness, they depend on this materiality and the arising. So one after another, the consciousness, they arise very quickly one after another. So if you, if in the insight meditation, you can look at them, you can see them. These consciousness, as they are pure, the moral resultant consciousness are pure. They are free from the lopa, dosa, moha, defilement. So they are bright like a star. So if you have the right concentration, you can see penetratively into your heart, and you can see in your heart this series of consciousness, they are rising one after another as the bright star, and that is we say the mind door, the mind door. So all your thoughts arise in the mind door. After you watch a movie, so when you go to bed, you rewatch them again. You rewatch them again. So where do you see those the actors and actresses? You are seeing in the mind door. They appear in the mind door. So the mind door is very powerful. Not only present sense objects, past sense objects can appear in there. For example, just yesterday when we took a walk down the Austin Road, so Mr. Chu told me, oh, that is the tallest building in Hong Kong. Now he showed me that, now I can see. So in my eye I can see. Now, if you've been to Myanmar, if you've seen Shwedago, now you can see Shwedago. Like them, for Jessica, they have been there. So that means the first sense object can appear in the mind door. All 6 types of sense objects appear in the mind door. We think we see only with the eye. The visible object appears in the eye, we say. And the visible object actually appears both in the eye and in the mind door. In the mind door. Actually, we see it in the mind door. Not with the eye, actually. So even if you are blind, if you can develop the jhana concentration, you can see with your mind eye. With your mind eye. So that is in the mind eye. So with the sense object appears in the mind eye, especially like the thoughts, all various thoughts, they appear in the mind door. Only in the mind door, they cannot appear in this mind door. Only visible object can appear in the eye, and the sound appear in the ear, the smell appear in the nose, and the taste appear in the tongue, and the touch appear. We say tangible object appears in the body. Now wherever you touch, you know the touch there. And all other sense objects, the thoughts we say appear in the mind door. Well, that's I just like you to know that mind door. Don't be scared, you can just explain to them.
Okay.
Okay.
咁頭先咧，大家即係要留心聽，第一次唔明咧，聽多幾次就明啦，唔緊要㗎。咁咧頭先咧就講緊為作心，為作心咧就係我哋嘅心咧有一啲係唔作業嘅心。咁唔作業嘅心咧，頭先我哋講緊有佢講下，即係講下又講咗2個啦，唔記得講咗邊2個啦。咁咧而家我哋咧就介紹多幾個出嚟。咁而家首先咧就講緊咧，頭先咧就講咗我哋頭先有講咗呢個呢2個啦，五門轉向心啦，同埋2門轉向心。頭先講咗2個係唔作業嘅，淨係即係唔作業啦，即係冇業報嘅心，佢做嘢但係冇業報嘅。咁因為講開呢度咧，咁教授咧就講，除咗呢2個之外咧，其實仲有其他嘅啦。咁首先咧，佢就呢個心咧就叫Hdhamma。Hdhamma咧，佢嘅意思咧就係話，我哋一生人咧，我嘅呢個生命嘅開始咧，第一個意識喺母胎入邊咧，第一個意識生起咧，就係叫Hdhamma。咁佢嘅中文咧就叫結生心。呢個結生心起嘅所緣咧，係過去一生臨死嗰陣時，最後一刻嗰個所緣係同一個嚟嘅。咁佢頭先略提冇詳細解釋，我就咁樣譯啦。咁佢生起之後咧，即刻就滅咗嘅。滅咗之後咧，佢咧就有其他嘅為助心。 呢個咧 BHA 咧叫 Bhavanga 咧中文咧就係叫做有份心。咁呢啲心咧就係不停咁樣生滅，一個跟住一個，冇其他嘅，因為我哋仲係母胎入邊冇六根門，乜嘢都冇，咁所以就係淨係有呢啲咁樣嘅心喺度生滅緊，即係成個意識流咁樣不停咁樣生滅嘅。咁同時咧，當我哋投生咧嘅時候咧，即刻咧我哋亦都有嗰個物質嘅色身嘅。咁呢個就係咧咁你見到呢啲細粒就係好多我哋嘅色法，即係我哋嘅身體物質嘅嘢。咁我開始咧就生滅啦。咁頭先佢就講，即係我哋生命存在咧，就係、譬如嗰個受精卵咧喺受精嗰一刻，而同時又有一個別生心，同時具備嘅時候咧，我哋先至算有生命嘅。咁後面呢兩個咧，好似佢冇乜解釋，所以我都唔講啦。咁咧佢講咧呢啲有份心又好，係啊 ，sorry 呢度有講係嘛？咁一生之中咧，我哋嘅心咧係心識意識流係不停嘅，有唔同嘅心係生滅。咁經過一生咧，去到我哋臨死之後咧，最後一個意識咧，最後一個心咧。就叫 How do you say CUTI? How do we read this? Juti 咧就係死亡心，就係我哋最後一個意識。咁咧 Juti 係生滅咗之後咧，咁我哋就玩完啦。呢個係死亡心。
So don't worry. You will understand better and better. So in the next topic, you will see this Mahavipaka Chitta. So I just like you to know this is the mind door. What is the mind door?
Yes. 咁咧，我盡量講快少少啦，就係話咧，我哋嘅心門咧入邊咧就包含咗好多嘅嘢嘅。我哋嘅心門入邊咧就係意門啦，我哋叫意門啦，就係 Manodara。咁咧。佢五根門咧生起嘅嘢咧就係色、聲、香、味、觸啦，但係我哋嘅意門相對嘅嘢咧就係我哋嘅思想啦，同埋有好多心過去體驗過嘅嘢，或者當下體驗過嘅嘢，過去體驗過嘅嘢。頭先教授舉例就係，如果我哋睇完一出戲，咁睇完一出戲我哋可以翻睇嘅嘛，係咪先？咁翻睇就唔係用眼睇啦，咁我哋睇緊咧就係個心入邊嗰出戲。咁我哋意門咧就喺佛教嚟講咧，我哋係個心臟嘅部分，係心臟嘅部分。咁佢講咧，我哋呢啲唯助心咧，其實係好清淨嘅咁係一個清淨嘅心嚟嘅，有份心啊等等。如果我哋修內觀咧，如果有靜定嘅話咧，其實我哋可以觀到我哋嘅心，佢嘅生滅，可以見到佢哋係清淨同埋光亮嘅。咁所以咧，我哋睇嘢咧係教授講啦，係由兩個地方睇到嘢。第一咧就係我哋嘅六根，譬如我哋眼識就睇到嘢啦。但係咧，我哋嘅睇到嘅嘢咧，亦都去到我哋嘅意門入邊嘅。所以我哋嘅心咧，亦都會睇到我哋眼睇到嘅嘢嘅。咁呢啲嘢都會喺我哋嘅意門入邊發生嘅，同埋喺意門當中咧，我哋亦都可以睇到過去嘅嘢啦、思想啦等等。
So we go to the text again. Page 35. So we are reading this three consciousness. So what do you call this one? Upikha Sahagata. Please read. Upikha Sahagata Pancha Vachana Chaitanya. Five door directing consciousness, accompanied by neutral feeling. And the next one. Upikha Sahagata Mano Vachana Chaitanya. So mind door, directing consciousness, accompanied by neutral feeling. And the next one, this one is Somanasa. Somanasa Sahagata Ha Si Tu Pada Chaita, Hasitupada Chaita. So it is mind producing consciousness accompanied by joy or pleasant feeling. So when you smile, you get joy. So it is accompanied by the somanasa. And the first two, they are taking notice of the sense object that appears in the either altogether or sixth sense door. So they just take notice and directing the mental stream towards that object. So they don't know the object yet. So they are accompanied by neutral feeling.
頭先咧，我哋讀咗嗰個三個嘅唯作心啦。第一同埋第二個咧，就係話係一個兩種心咧，一個係心門，一個係意門咧。sorry， 一個意門，一個五根門嘅嗰個轉向心咧，佢個功能咧就係想知道嗰個所緣嘅，想知道所緣，但係佢都唔知道所緣係乜嘢，佢而家仲未知，佢功能係轉向導向佢啫。咁最後一個咧就係叫做咧令到我哋微笑，即係笑個心啦。咁我哋笑個心生起嘅時候咧，係必定係同係個心咧係愉悅嘅感受一齊生起嘅。
So please look here. If the sense object appears at one of the five sense doors, it is Pancha Dwara Vajana, this one, which adverts or directs consciousness towards the sense object. So if the sense object appears at the mind door, it is Mano Dwara Vajana, which directs the consciousness towards that sense object. So Hasitupada, they arise only in Buddha and Arahats when they smile. And note that when you smile, it is accompanied by joy and also pleasant mental feeling. So it is positive sign. And we say these, the two avajana chaita, they function as the wavelength selector in the radio. So in your radio, the voices from various stations, they come strike the antenna at the same time. So if all these voices strike the antenna appear together, what would you hear? You don't hear anything. You hear all mix up, you don't know. So you have the wavelength selector. So the wavelength selector selects only one wavelength. So you can hear from one station, another station, whichever you want, one after another. The same thing, the sense object can appear in this sense door. So though they appear, if this the Vajana Chaita, they don't take notice of the sense object, we don't know. We don't know that. So they will take notice automatically, only one after another. So if it takes the Pancha Dwara Vajana, take notice of the sense object that appears in the eye, then eye consciousness will arise. After it take notice, eye consciousness will arise, following it. So eye consciousness will see the sense object. So if it takes notice of the sound that appears in the ear door, then ear door consciousness will follow, that hears the sound. So we know the sense object one after another. So that is very beautiful, what is happening in our mind. Just like the explanation of science. So they say if a visible object strikes your eye, then that visible object is transmitted to the brain, and the brain give the answer. Oh, what is that object? So they say that. So that means if the sense objects strikes together, the sound when you are listening to me, the sound is striking your ear, and when you are looking at that, this object also strikes your eye. So if they strike together, if you see, you see and hear at the same time. that is not correct. No? So why you see, you don't hear, and why you hear, you don't see, because the chitta, the arising is so very quickly. We think, we see, and hear at the same time. No? So we can see only one at a time. When eye consciousness rising, ear consciousness cannot arise. So when ear consciousness arises, then we hear. So they are very important. Because of them, we can take notice of one sense object after another. So without mixing the sense objects.
咁教授咧就解釋呢一段啦，就係話咧我哋有兩個轉向心啦。咁佢咧就係呢個轉向心咧就係令到我哋知道咧個所緣嘅。例如咧五根門嘅轉向心咧，佢咧就當佢導向，因為咧佢舉例呢個例子好容易明，就係話咧好似一個天線咁樣咧，我哋嘅意識咧不停咁樣接收緊所有五根門，不停咁樣俾好多嘢撞擊緊啦，眼睛又睇到，耳朵又聽到，又聞到，身體又感受到。咁咧，但係咧，如果我哋全部開放咧，我哋係乜嘢都即係唔會知道呢樣嘢係好清晰嘅。咁咧，所以咧就佢舉例就好似個天線去攞一啲佢需要嘅嘢咁樣，佢譬如唔同嘅波長或者頻率咧，咁佢攞佢需要嘅嘢咧，咁就可以接收到佢需要嘅嘢。咁呢個五根門轉向心咧，就係當有所緣生起喺任何一個根門嘅時候咧，呢個轉向心到去嗰個根門嘅時候咧，譬如到去眼嗰陣時咧，我哋就會睇到眼識就會生起；到去耳根嘅時候咧，我哋就會聽到。咁因為我哋嘅意識生得好快，好快，好快，咁咧。所以我哋其實睇我哋咧即根據阿毗達摩嚟講咧，就係我哋同一個時候咧，只有一個意識生起，唔會有兩個意識生起。雖然我哋成日覺得我哋又聽到又睇到，其實係冇可能嘅，因為佢太快，我哋好似係同時可以睇到。但係咧，因為同時佢因為係快嘅時候咧，但係呢個五門轉向心咧，亦都去選擇去睇到、聽到，即係睇乜嘢、聽乜嘢、身體感受乜嘢。咁佢導向嘅時候咧，嗰個意識即係相對嗰個根門嘅意識咧就會生起嘅。咁嗰個心門嘅轉向心咧，意門嘅轉向心咧，亦都係當我哋有所緣喺個意門生起嘅時候咧，嗰個意門咧就會導向嗰度啦。咁嗰個心就知道發生咩事嘅。咁最後一個呢個係生笑心啦，即係愉悅嘅生，即係令到笑嘅心咧。咁呢個心咧係唔作業嘅心啊，即係大家記得係唯作心，唯作心就話笑都冇業嘅。咁我哋一般人咧笑就係做咗一啲業㗎啦，係嘛？點解唔作業咧？就係只有喺欲界咧係佛陀或者阿羅漢笑嘅時候先至可以唔作業嘅。咁所以呢個心咧就只可以喺佛陀係同埋阿羅漢嗰個心入邊生起嘅。
Will you please show chart number 1? The chart number 1. The top part of the chart. You can show this number 1. Please look at chart number 1. So take the chart. So far we finished the 12 immoral minds. 12 immoral minds. And now the 18. Ahituka means Buddha's consciousness. So we just finished this three groups. 7 immoral resultant consciousness. 8 Buddhist moral resultant consciousness. And 3 Buddhist functional consciousness. And please take note that we are going to do this very soon now. So these two groups, they are known as this 30, 12 plus 18, this 30. They are known as Asobana. Asobana means not beautiful consciousness. So these immoral minds, they are not beautiful because they associate with defilements, lobha, dosa, moha. So these, the rootless consciousness, they are said to be not beautiful because they do not associate with beautiful roots yet. They have no root, remember, they are not rootless. So no beautiful roots associated with them. So we don't mean that they are not the bad consciousness. They are not the bad consciousness. Only rootless, no roots, no good roots, no bad roots. They are neutral consciousness, you might say. So these 18 the consciousness, they arise in all of them arise in Buddha and Arhat. So they arise in the Buddha. So for us, we need these 17 consciousness to be aware of the six sense objects. If we know the six sense object, we know we need these things. So Hasitupada arise only in our heart. So you can translate first.
嗱咁咧，我哋咧就講緊咧就係話我哋呢3日咧2日半咧，我哋講晒呢啲心啦。嗱，第一個咧就係不善心啦，12個講咗啦，同埋今日咧同埋琴咧就講咗個無因嘅心啦，18個嘅無因嘅心，我記得係不善嘅果報心啦7個啦，無根嘅果報心咧就8個啦。同埋無根嘅為助心咧就3個嘅，sorry， 呢個係無根嘅善嘅果報心8個，咁我哋呢個係今日都講咗㗎啦。咁呢一共30個嘅欲界嘅心啦，咁呢30個加埋咧就唔係美心，呢個心都係不美麗嘅。咁除咗12個不善心咧。呢18個咧，佢咧喺佛陀同埋阿羅漢心入邊咧都有存在嘅，咁呢兩個 group 咧就係話我哋嘅五根門一定會要有嘅，呢個係果報心啦，呢個係善嘅果報心，係不善嘅果報心。咁唯一呢個係為助心咧，呢個喺佛陀同埋阿羅漢心入邊先至有嘅。咁我哋咧就好快咧就會講到下面呢一組啦。
Then we go to the next group. This group, so the next group we are going now. We call them Kama Sobhana. So Kama means sense sphere. Sobhana means beautiful consciousness. So these are not beautiful. So all the remaining changes are beautiful. So we have. So in our first day we say there are 54 sense sphere consciousness. So now if we subtract these 30, we get 24. So these are the beautiful consciousness in the sense sphere. So Kama Vachara, Sobhana, Cheta. Sobhana means beautiful consciousness.
咁咧，我哋跟住咧就會講呢24個欲界嘅美心。第一日咧，我哋講我哋欲界嘅眾生咧，即係我哋咧一共有54種心嘅。咁我哋講咗30種不美嘅心啦，跟住咧我哋就會講我哋剩翻落嚟嘅就係嗰個美心啦。
So these 24 are divided equally into 3 groups, and we shall call them Mahakusala, Mahavipaka, and Mahakriya Chaita. Yes.
咁咧呢個美心咧就分為3組啦，一個咧就係Mahakusala啦，就係廣大嘅善心啦。咁8個咧就係廣大嘅果報心啦 ，Vipaka 啦。咁第3組咧就係Mahakriya咧，就係廣大嘅為助心。
So we go to our textbook again, page 35. So just the previous page, 35. So now we are taking this group, Kama, Sobhana, Cheta, beautiful consciousness in the sense sphere. So they are divided equally into 3 groups. Mahakusala Cheta. Maha means great moral consciousness. And Mahavipaka Cheta. Now you Vipaka, you also know it is the resultant. So Maha means great resultant consciousness. And Mahakriya Chaita, great functional consciousness. Yes.
咁咧即係我哋書入邊咧就開始講頭先我哋提過，就係廣大嘅善心啦，廣大嘅果報心啦，廣大嘅為助心，呢24個咧就係美心嚟嘅，蘇笨啊就係欲界嘅美心嚟嘅。
Now, Maha great means greater in number, greater in number. So, we can also call them like here, Kama Kusala Chaita, Kama or Kama Vajra, Vipaga Chaita and Kama Kriya Chaita, sense sphere, consciousness.
咁廣大嘅意思咧就係數目好多咁解。
So yes。
咁我哋如果唔用廣大嘅意思，如果就係 Kusala Chitta、Vipaka Chitta、Pure Chitta 亦都可以嘅。
So we go to the next page, 36. So we say that this Maha great means only greater in number. So you will see later on in the Chaita chart. So this there are many other moral consciousness. So we are here, Maha Kusala Chaita. Then we will have other Kusala Chaita. All these are Kusala Chaita. So among these Kusala Chaita, they are the greatest in number, and because of that we call them Maha Kusala Chaita. And then we say this Mahakusala Chaita arise when ordinary worldlings. So those who are not noble persons, we call them worldlings. All of you and I, we are all worldlings. And Ariyas. Ariyas means the Ariya is noble person, with the exception of Arahats. Now, when they perform meritorious deeds, these Mahakusala Chaita will arise. So what are meritorious deeds? They are Dana, almsgiving, Sila, observing moral precepts, and Bhavana, undertaking meditation. So at that time, Mahakusala Chaita will be arising in us. Okay.
頭先咧，我哋有講咧，廣大意思咧就係講佢係好多嘅。咁喺咩嘢廣大嘅善心咧，就係當我哋普通人啦、凡夫啦，同埋聖者咧，聖者除咗阿羅漢之外咧，我哋做善事嘅時候咧，例如布施啦。持戒啦，同埋禪修嘅時候咧，就會喺呢啲人嘅內心生起嘅。
Then the Mahavipaka Chaita, they are the Dhamma result of the moral consciousness of the past life. So they are also the resultant consciousness of our past good karma, and they function as Patisanti Chaita, that is rebirth consciousness, Vinga Chaita as subconsciousness or life continuum. So I heard we just show you before. So we say in one life, when the karma produces result, it will reproduce this the Mahavipaka Chaita. And this Mahavipaka Chaita, they function as rebirth consciousness, and then as life continuum or life continuing consciousness, and finally as death consciousness, Chuti Chaita, in the karma, be in human beings and in celestial beings, so in the 6 celestial beings. So we are born with these Mahavipaka Chaita.
咁咧另外一組咧，頭先講8個咧，就係廣大嘅果報心啦，呢個係美心所嚟嘅。 咁呢個入邊咧，就所有呢啲美心所咧，佢果報心咧係基於我哋過去做嘅善業啦。例如咧，我哋頭嗰個結生心啦，天上天呢個係結生嘅心啦。咁頭先有講過啦，呢、這個係 Bhavanga Chitta 就係有份心啦，同埋呢個死亡心，佢哋咧都係喺人類同埋天人咧我哋可以做人同埋天人咧，都係因為我哋嘅現報先至可以做人同埋天人，所以佢係屬於係美心入邊嘅。
So that means our both karmas in the past, they produce two types of resultant consciousness. So these are also kusala vipaka, moral resultant consciousness. They are the result of the past karma. So these citta arises to be aware of the five, the good sense objects. To know these sense objects, we need them. They don't have any roots, so we differentiate them as rootless, moral consciousness. So these Mahavipaka citta, so they function as our rebirth consciousness, and then as our life continues throughout our lifespan, and finally as death consciousness. So we need them to be alive. So they perform various the different functions. So they have roots. This one they have roots. So in order to differentiate them, we call them the rootless, moral resultant consciousness. And this is the Mahavipaka citta we call it. Okay.
嗱咁咧，我哋講頭先咧就學過咧，就係、無根或者無因嘅果報心啊。咁嗰個果報心咧係善㗎啦。咁我哋睇呢個圖啦，睇呢個圖咧，呢度有嘅，呢度有嘅。咁呢個係 kusala 啦，就係善嘅果報心啦，但係佢係無根嘅，即係頭先我哋有講五根門啊，嗰個心門嘅轉向心啊，意門轉向心啊，五根門轉向心 ，sorry， 嗰啲係為助心 ，sorry 啊，五根門嘅嗰個意識啦，就係屬於呢個果報心嘅善嘅，因為但係佢係冇根嘅。咁但係咧，而家我哋所講嘅咧，就係、廣大嘅果報心。呢個又係果報心，同埋呢個係果報心，兩個有咩唔同咧？一個係無根嘅，一個咧係有嘅。咁我哋而家講緊廣大果報心咧，佢包括咧頭先我哋講嘅佢嘅結生嘅心啦、死亡嘅心啦，同埋有份心嘅，所以佢哋係唔同嘅。
And now those Mahakriya citta, the Mahakriya citta. So these Mahakriya cittas, they arise. We go back to that chapter. So these Mahakriya cittas, they arise in Arahats when they perform religious deeds. So Arahats, they don't have any defilements in them, and no attachment, no craving, no desire. So they perform meritorious deeds because these good deeds should be performed. So when they perform, they expect no rewards from their wholesome deeds. So their Kriya Cittas are just functional and will not bear any karma result. And these arahats, they do not have any future life. So like arahats, they are different from us. They don't have any of those defilements, lopa, dosa, moha anymore. So when you don't have any lopa, craving, so they don't expect anything in performing meritorious deeds. But because these meritorious deeds should be performed, they perform. But when they perform, Mahakusala, in us, Mahakusala citta arise. But in them, Mahakriya citta arise instead of Mahakusala. Because the Mahakriya citta, they don't bear any karma properties. These kriya chitta, like these three kriya chitta, hasitupada, they arise in arahats, and then this mahakriya chitta, they arise in arahats, and arahats can also develop, these are the jhana chitta. They can also develop the jhana chitta. So they are just kriya chitta. So kriya chittas, we call them functional consciousness. They don't have any karma properties. They arise just to function on this medical state that they are doing. Just to do that they arise. So they arise when they are necessary, but after that they don't leave behind any karma result. The karma property, no karma property. And the arahats, for them this the present existence is their last existence. They are not going to be born again. So they don't need any karma, not any good karma. And also these vipaga chitta, they are the result of the past karma. So as the past karma, they arise, like to see the sense object, to hear the sense object. And after they dissolve, they don't leave any karma property. They arise only to know the sense object. So they are the resultant of the past karma. So they do not perform new action again. Only when you perform new action with the kusala chitta or akusala chitta, then these two types of consciousness, they have karma properties. So when we perform evil actions, we perform with the akusala, immoral mind. So these immoral minds will arise by billions during that action, like killing a chicken or killing a fish or stealing some people's property. So immoral minds, they arise by billions, and they dissolve, they leave behind the immoral karmas in our mental state. And now we are listening to the Dhamma. So at that time, Mahakusala Chitta will be arising by billions every second. So soon after they arise and dissolve, but they leave behind their karma property in our mind. So we say if you just listen to the Dhamma, so now 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. So we say you get many billions of the karma in 1 second. So in 2.5 hours, how many billions good karma you have? So you just imagine, so uncountable good karma. So this good karma will always follow you. Will always follow you. The mind is just like a computer. So the mind arises and dissolves one after another. But these karma properties are transmitted. For example, this mind arises and it dissolves, it transmits the karma property to the next mind. When the next mind dissolves, it transmits the karma property to the next mind. So the mind, they arise and dissolve, rise and dissolve, but these karma properties are transmitted from mind to mind. So they exist in our mind throughout our life. When we die, so no break in the mental state. So we say when we die, we will die with the last consciousness we call chuti citta, the dead consciousness. So this chuti citta. As soon as you die here, you will be conceived in the next existence. If you become /OB, so you don't need to be conceived in the mother's womb. You are born spontaneously, we say. As soon as you die here, you appear as the /OB, immediately. So all the karma transmitted to the new existence. So this good karma always following you. So that's very good. So the Buddha said, the people, all living beings, the karmas that they did are their real possession. Sabbe satta karma saka. All living beings have their karmas as their own properties. Only that will follow you. No other things, not just like your property you have accumulated in this life. None of them will follow you unless you just donate all of them. You donate, then the good karma will follow you. You will get, by donating $1, you will get $1 billion in the next existence. So the best investment, just invest it. So now when we know like this, so these are real, these karmas are real. No, these are very real. We have many evidences. Just like the Buddha, they can see this karma in you, and then how these karmas they produce their result. The Buddha, he could see, and because he could see, he taught us, and we should believe that. So the people, as they cannot see it, they are not very eager to come to the Abhidhamma class. So if they know that if they just come one night, if they get so many billions of good karma, so one good karma can produce the human existence or celestial existence. So one karma is much valuable than the American dollar. So just imagine, just in 2.5 hours you get so many billions karma. So you are the greatest billionaire in on earth. Much richer than those American billionaires. So you should be very happy when we know about this.
咁咧就我用翻呢張講翻佢講嘅而家。咁咧嗰個我哋頭先咧就講緊廣大嘅果報心咧，我哋講廣大嘅果報心咧，就係我過去嘅嗰個我哋做嘅善業嘅結果啦。咁咧呢個廣大嘅果報心咧，咁頭先咧佢就講果報心同埋為助心咧，呢兩樣嘢咧都係唔助業嘅，唔助身嘅業嘅。咁譬如我哋嘅 Vipassana 咧，咁譬如我哋嘅綠色嗰種意識生起咧，只係一個結果，過去做嘅善業同埋惡業嘅結果嚟嘅，令到我哋睇到愉嘅嘢、好嘅嘢，或者接收到唔好嘅嘢。咁咧喺Kriya 咧就係為助心啦，為助心咧喺欲界咧，咁就頭先有講啦，就係阿羅漢啦，個笑心咧就係唔助業嘅，我哋嘅咧就助業啦。咁喺廣大嘅善業，即係善心入邊咧，咁呢啲咧，我冇講到呢啲，我講呢個廣大嘅果報心嚟講咧，咁我係唔做為助心啦，先講其他為助心。咁廣大嘅為助心咧，就係只有阿羅漢同埋佛陀嘅為助心咧，就係唔助業嘅。咁譬如咧，佢哋無論做咩善事，譬如我哋普通人啦、凡夫啦，或者非阿羅漢或者佛陀嘅聖者咧，就算生果嘅聖者咧，我哋做嘅善事，譬如頭先提到嘅持戒啦、布施啦、禪修啦，都係善事；聽佛法都係善事。但係我哋所做嘅咧，係屬於咧係廣大嘅善心嚟嘅。我哋好似咧，我哋而家喺度聽緊佛法啦，聽緊阿毗達摩啦，我哋嘅心咧，仲有好多善法生起，又做咗好多善業，咁佢就會有果報嘅，將來會有果報嘅。咁但係咧，同樣嘅，如果阿羅漢佢做善事嘅時候咧，因為佢已經斷除咗所有嘅貪嗔痴，咁佢做同樣嘅嘢，佢亦都可以去布施，亦都可以弘法，亦都可以去禪修。但係佢做同樣嘅嘢咧，佢嘅心生起嘅咧就叫做為助心 Kriya 咁同我哋普通人嘅咧就唔同嘅就唔同嘅。咁主要係講呢兩點啦。咁頭先咧教授咧即係主要講好多人都喺度笑咧，就係教授就講我哋咧真正嘅業咧，真正屬於我哋嘅財產咧，就係我哋做嘅善業同埋惡業。咁咧，我哋頭先都即係經常有講啦，係彈指之間咧，我哋已經有100萬個心生起嘅。咁譬如咧，如果我哋喺度好專心咁樣聽阿毗達摩咧，咁我哋係培養緊呢個正見啦，培養緊智慧啦。咁我哋2個半鐘，其實培養咗好多善法嘅。咁係同我哋係做其他嘢係冇得比。咁呢啲善業咧，去帶我哋去投生去天係好嘅投生啦。咁佢頭先舉例係天界啦， 咁佢話咧，我哋嘥好多時間去做嘅嘢，例如去揾錢啊，咁呢啲就通通帶唔走嘅。我哋帶走嘅淨係我哋嘅業嘅啫。除非我哋揾啲錢咧係死之前捐晒出去，咁就唔同，因為我哋做咗啲善業，咁所以咧，咁好多人都喺度笑啦。
So when we understand Abhidhamma, so we can live very wisely, very wisely. Now you know in moral mind, you should know them. So as you know them, so as soon as they arise, then you can just stop them. But just like put the brake on the car, just put the brake so they stop. Now, these moral minds, when we perform meritorious deeds, so these moral minds arise by billions. So, the moral actions, in Greek we say there are 3 types. Alms giving, helping the other people, helping the others, alms giving. And then the observing moral precept. Yesterday I explained to you about the 5 moral precepts. So if every morning you respectfully pay homage to the Buddha, take 3 full refuge, 5 moral precepts, so you maintain it, so you are aware of that, you are maintaining the moral precept, so moral mind will be arising. So when the evening, when you go to bed, I can maintain very pure morality the whole day, you can be very happy. And the best thing is this, the meditation. So meditation is very easy. You can just meditate, may all living beings be happy and well. Very good. The Buddha said that is guardian meditation. Protects us from all dangers. Protects us from all dangers. And it will protect us from being reborn in the woeful state. So just may all living beings happy and well. You just radiate loving kindness. If you sincerely radiate loving kindness, they reach the person. Just like you click your telephone number, so it arrives that person. The same thing, it arrives. And they all return loving kindness to you. So that means you can live very happily. So you will be liked by others, and even /OB will guard you, will protect you. And another thing is reflecting Buddha's attitude. Araham, 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 billions of good karma. Araham, billions of good karma. So if you are just walking and traveling, like in an empty earth, just thinking about the job, about what to eat, what to see. So you are having only in moral mind. Now when you know how to live wisely, why when you go, you just reflect, may all living beings be happy and well. Or you just reflect Araham, Araham, Araham. So you are getting billions of good karma every second. So how many you want? So in one day, just imagine, you can get many billions of good karma. And if you have accumulated billions and billions of good karma, then you can live happily for many, many future blissful existences. So it's the best thing to do, the best thing to do. So rather than working just for money, so we should accumulate this good karma. So then we can live very happily in this life as well as in future life. Remember, you will be successful in life only when the good karmas are bearing result. They support you from this life. So you will be rich to this year, this life, and also in future life. Okay.
我哋學習阿毗達摩嘅目的或者結果咧，就係我哋知道點樣去有智慧咁樣生活。我哋知道咧，我哋點樣培養呢個善法咧，會有呢個善報嘅。咁喺Kusala咧，我哋講緊呢個善法當中咧，咁一般我哋所講咧就係3種啦，就係3大類啦。第一就係布施啦，布施除咗呢個錢之外咧，我哋服務啦、幫人啦。咁其他嘅資源啦都算布施啦。第二就係持戒啦，要我哋每日起身都去誦戒啦，而且一日當中都盡量去持 持戒清淨咧，咁我哋積累大量嘅呢個善法啦，種下好多善因啦。咁第三咧最殊勝嘅咧，即係最好嘅咧，就係禪修，即係淨化自己內心啦。咁教授講禪修係最容易嘅，咁佢舉例就係話，我哋乜都唔使，即係佢舉例就係話，譬如我哋不停咁樣祝願眾生快樂、幸福快樂，不停咁樣個心係祝願眾生快樂。咁我哋嘅心咧係俾呢個慈心咧係不停咁樣散發緊慈心，咁咧係又利己又利他啦。咁當我哋好真心咁樣去做嘅時候咧，咁眾生咧或者對方咧係可以接收到嘅，同埋咧佢亦都可能係用呢個慈心咧係即係祝願翻我哋嘅。咁呢個咧係而且會受天人咧所愛戴啦。如果修慈心修得好，咁簡單嚟講咧，就算最簡單嘅，我哋嘅心入邊去憶念佛陀嘅美德例如其中一個美德咧就係阿羅漢，我哋心入邊憶念住呢個美德咧，都係培育緊大量嘅呢個善法嘅。咁所以咧，佢話我哋係因為我哋識得知道點樣去培養呢個善法，種下呢個善因，可以令到我哋今生啦，同埋生生世世以後生命咧，都可以好快樂咁樣去過嘅。
Now we shall read the 8 Mahakusala Chaita, these 8 Mahakusala Chaita. So if you look at the symbols, they are the same as the 8 Lopamula Chaita, the same thing. So if you just look, pull plus sign and pull negative sign, they are the same. The same, just like here. And the wordings are also the same. The only difference is here. Here we get jnana. So in Lopamula Chitta we get the. So what do you get there? The deity. So that's deity. Instead of that, we just put in jnana. The rest are the same. So the names are also the same. So if you know this 8 Chitta, then you also know this 8 Chitta. Now we can read. So manasa sahakatam jnana sampayutam asankharikam ekam sasankharikam ekam. For these two. So these two we can just read like this. And for these two we can also read So manasa sahakatam jnana vipyutam. Instead of samyutam we change into jnana vipyutam asankharikam ekam and sasankharikam ekam. And for the next four we just change somanasa into upika. Upika sahakatam jnana samyutam asankharikam ekam sasankharikam ekam. Number 7, upika sahakatam jnana vipyutam. Jnana vipyutam asankharikam ekam sasankharikam ekam.
咁樣咧，我哋而家就講緊呢個8個咧廣大嘅善心嘅。咁呢個廣大嘅善心咧，同埋我哋第一日有學咧，有8個不善嗰個貪一嘅心咧係一樣嘅，但係唯一個唔同咧係Ditti咧邪見咧係用呢個jnana即係知識或者智慧咧係取代嘅。咁詳細解釋咧，等陣教授去解釋。咁頭先咧，我哋就讀咗用巴利文讀咗呢8樣嘢啦。咁我哋記得咧，加號咧就係我哋加減符號同埋聲咧就係感受嚟嘅。加號咧就係 somanasa 就係愉悅嘅感受啦。減號咧即係 ubika 就係中性嘅感受。聲咧就係我哋上一次係親心嗰陣時咧就有dominasa 嗰陣時就係苦受啦，即係心嘅苦受啦。咁我即係提一提啦。咁呢個 asankarina 就係無行啦，亦都係主動啦。即係頭先我譬如呢個咧就係話一個廣大嘅善心咧，呢個舉例就係話 佢咧係有呢個喜悅嘅心生起啦，咁佢係有一個正知啦，即係有一個智慧相應啦，佢知道因果啦。阿桑卡里卡能，阿桑卡里卡伊卡，即係話自然嘅冇慫恿之下嘅而產生嘅心。咁即係如此類推啦。譬如另外一個咧就係話愉悅嘅心咧，佢係咧同嗰個正見咧係相應嘅啦。咁佢係被慫恿之下，即係被動嘅而生起嘅啦。即係有人解釋過，或者慫恿之下咧，佢先至生起嘅心。咁第三個咧，咁即係如此，即係亦都係愉悅嘅心啦。咁咧佢就係做緊善事，但係咧佢就冇一個正見，冇一個智慧嘅，不相應。Vipa 就係同智慧不相應嘅，但係佢都係做咗善事。但係咧，阿桑卡里卡就係話自動去做，冇人慫恿嘅。呢個咧就係話佢係好開心咁樣做善事，但係亦都喺呢個冇正見嘅情形之下，佢咧係被人慫恿之下做嘅。咁所以大家可以見到係跟住4個咧，所有嘅嘢都係一樣，有啲係有正見，有啲係冇正見相應。咁有啲係自動，有啲係被動，但係感受咧，今次嘅感受4個感受咧，就係全部都係呢個捨受中性嘅感受，就唔係樂受。
So the meaning would be the same. Just go to the next page. So on the next page, we say the jnana means that the knowledge or wisdom, and it is the knowledge which knows the karma and its result. So when you perform meritorious deeds with the knowledge of karma and result, then your mind, your moral consciousness will be accompanied by the knowledge. So now we can see the meaning just like that. One consciousness, unprompted, accompanied by joy or pleasant feeling, and associated with knowledge. That means the knowledge of karma and result. And the next one consciousness, instead of unprompted, it is prompted, and accompanied by joy or pleasant feeling, and associated with knowledge. And then in the next two, we just say dissociated with knowledge. So that means when you perform meritorious deeds without the knowledge of karma and result, then your mind would be not connected or associated with the knowledge. So when you come to the 4, you just change the somanasa into upekha. So instead of accompanied by joy, it is accompanied by indifference or neutral feeling. So in this 4. So that is when you perform meritorious deeds joyfully. For example, if you are listening to the Abhidhamma, joyfully, so you will be having somanasa mahakusala chitta. So if you also know karma and result now, billions of karma every second, then your mind is accompanied by knowledge, knowledge of the jnana samyuktam, accompanied by the wisdom. So if you are not very interested, so that means if there is no joy, so instead of somanasa, you have upekha, only neutral feeling will be arising. Okay.
咁頭先咧，呢個就係嗰個解釋啦，就係我哋頭先嗰8個咧，呢個就係佢嘅詳細嘅解釋啦。咁頭先嗰個jnana咧，就係個意識咧，就係智慧或者知識。咩知識咧？就係知道因果報應嘅最基本嘅呢個知道因緣法啦，呢個咁樣嘅知識或者叫正見啦。咁頭先舉例就係話呢個善心啦，善心咧廣大嘅善心8個之中咧，譬如其中頭先我哋有講過，就係當我哋自動嘅去開心嘅咁去做一嘅善事，咁咧就同時咧，我哋知道呢個善事咧會有善報嘅，咁咧就係第一種心啦。第二種心咧就係話，我哋被慫恿之下而開心嘅去做一件事，同埋咧我哋知道佢有善報嘅。 咁第三個咧就係我哋咧自動嘅咧，即係開心過去做一件善事，但係咧就冇唔知道，即係冇諗過，亦都唔知道呢個係善有善報嘅。咁舉例嚟講，咁教授就講啦，譬如即係我哋唔重複講晒8個啦，我大家係咪都 OK 都知道咯？即係全部唔同嘅組合都 OK 咯。即係我唔逐個講，咁即係舉例就係話咧咁譬如我哋嚟聽呢個阿毗達摩講座啦，咁我哋好開心嘅聽，因為做嗰個善事啦，即係做一個善事，譬如聽佛法、聽聞佛法，咁我哋有開心同埋唔開心兩種啦。咁有啲人開心咧就係話自動嚟啦，開開心心覺得都係知道話好有利益嘅喎。咁呢個咧就係其中一個心啦，我哋知道。咁有啲人咧可能唔係好有興趣，咁都嚟，但係咧佢咧就即係中性嘅感受啦，唔係好開心但係佢自動嚟嘅。咁有啲人咧就係話開開心心嘅嚟，佢係俾人叫嚟嘅。咁嗱，啲入邊都有啦 ，prompt 同埋即係主動係被動都有啦。咁有啲咧就係話俾人叫嚟又好，唔叫嚟好，都係有一個知道呢個係善事，我嚟呢度咧係會有善報嘅，做緊好多事，有好多嘅善事。咁咧亦都有啲咧就係話嚟咗做善事，可能自動嚟或者係俾人叫嚟，但係咧就唔即係中性嘅感受啦，冇乜開心唔開心啦，咁即係包含咗所有嘅組合嘅。
We get the applications here, and we have one question here. If we offer alms without being prompted by anyone, and if we feel the glad why we give the alms, and with the knowledge of the karma and result, so what would be the trigger? So if you are glad, that you have pleasant feeling, you have joy, you have you have joy, so it will be somanasa, where it is somanasa sahakatam, and it is karma and result when you perform the almsgiving, it will be jnana samyukta, and then you are not prompted by anyone, asankarika Mahakusala Chita. Now if young children, without the knowledge of karma as a result, so they pay homage to the Buddha very joyfully. So, but they pay homage when they are prompted or persuaded by their parents. So what would be the Chita? So as they pay homage joyfully, again, it is somanasa sahagata. And they don't have the knowledge of karma and result, so it is jnana vipayuta. And they are prompted by their parents, satsankarika mahakusala chita.
咁咧呢度就舉兩個例子啦，就係話第一個例子咧就係話有一個人咧去布施啦，去共僧嘅。咁咧，佢係自動去供㗎啦，冇人叫佢去嘅。同埋咧，佢好開心咁樣去做，同埋咧，佢亦都知道咧，咁同埋佢都知道咧，呢個係佢嗰個係善事啦，會有善報嘅。咁呢個係咩心咧？呢個心咧就係即係喜悅嘅心啦，即係有喜悅嘅心生起啦，同埋係同呢個智慧相應嘅啦，同埋自動嘅善心。咁另外一個嘅例子咧，就係一個細路仔，咁佢就唔識得因果報應嘅，但佢好開心咁樣去禮敬一個出家人，禮敬一個出家人或者佛陀嘅個佛像嘅，咁咧，但係咧佢係叫佢哋爸爸媽媽叫佢咁去做嘅，咁樣呢個咩心咧？就係佢有喜悅嘅心，但係咧佢係冇同呢個智慧唔相應，同埋佢係被動嘅善心。咁其實上一次第一日都有講呢個主動被動或者係同智慧有冇智慧相應咧？雖然全部都係善心，但係佢嘅善業嘅輕重咧會有唔同嘅。即 即係同樣嘅係和業嗰陣時，嗰個業嘅輕重亦都唔同嘅。
So we give you some more example. For those 8 types of the Mahakusala Chitta, for each one we give you the problem. So the answer you already know. So for those 8 types of Mahakusala Chitta.
咁咧，我哋咧就會有6個問題嘅8個問題嘅，每一種咧都係有個例子嘅。咁教授相信大家都已經知道個答案。
You will please show the Chitta chart or Chitta chart. Now, when you perform meritorious deeds, we say you are performing with Mahakusala Chitta. Now, to get great merit, how should you perform meritorious deeds? Should you perform joyfully or without joy? So, when you do joyfully, so that means your mind is more active, more stronger than without joy. So the karma will be stronger. So it will be a greater result. And again, to do it with the knowledge of karma and result, or without the knowledge of the karma and result, which would be better? With or without?
Wait.
So when you do the meritorious deed with the knowledge of karma and its result, so when that karma, that good deed bear result, so they will produce this Mahavipaka Chitta when the karma produce result. So this Mahavipaka Chitta will be similar to the moral mind that you perform. So if you perform with the knowledge of karma and the result, your result and consciousness, that is your rebirth consciousness and your life continuum, is also associated with wisdom, with knowledge. So that means you have 3 roots, all the three good roots, Aloha, dosa, moha. So when we perform, we give alms, say, to a poor person. So at that time you have, you can conquer your attachment to your money. You conquer the attachment with the non-attachment, so you can give it. So we say aloha is present at that time. And also you give him with the intention of for the welfare of that person. So when the welfare of that person, to make that person to be happy. So at that time we say you have loving kindness, dosa. So these are the 2 good roots. And when you know karma and result, moha is also present. So we say your moral mind is accompanied by all 3 good roots, and when it produces a result, also your rebirth consciousness and your life continuum is accompanied by 3 good roots. Especially it is accompanied by wisdom. So if you perform the meritorious deed without the knowledge of karma and result, you have only 2 roots. At that time wisdom is not present. Moha is not present, only aloha, dosa. So if that karma produce result, you will be born with Mahavipaka Chitta without wisdom. So that means you have only two roots, aloha, dosa, not moha. So though we see the people are similar, we cannot differentiate them. So according to the teaching of Abhidhamma, so our rebirth consciousness may be different. So if you are born with the jnana samyutta, Mahavipaka Chitta, you have 3 roots, you will be intelligent. You will be intelligent. And when you undertake meditation, you can develop the jhana, megha, and phala. You can be enlightened and realize nibbana in this life. If you perform without knowledge, so your rebirth consciousness without knowledge, so your intelligence would be low. And then even you undertake meditation, however much you try, you cannot get jhana, magga and khala in this life. You cannot be enlightened as a noble person. So important when you perform religious deeds.
都好重要啊！咁咧咁我哋講緊做個善心啦。咁我哋頭先講咗8種善心啦。咁教授就問我哋做善事嘅時候咧，我哋係開開心心去做咧，個善業重咧，定係冇咩感覺咁樣去做個善業重咧？開心開心啱啦。咁啊，另外一個問題咧，就係好重要，就係話我哋頭先咧都知道咧，我哋係做嘅時候咧係同智慧相應嘅，知道個因果報應嘅，或者唔知道，即係做善事都可能我想做就做啦，冇諗過其他嘢。咁個問題就係話，我哋做善事嘅時候咧，係知道個因果報應，有呢個咁嘅智慧係個善業強啲啦，定係喺唔知道我做善事係有善報，即係唔係計較啊，即係知道因果報應，即係有呢個智慧嘅時候，佢冇或者唔知道而做嘅時候咧，佢個善業強啲咧？知道啊 ，OK。教授就講啦，佢話咁啱啊，因為好重要就係話咧，我哋咧呢度咧就係我哋做嘅善業啦，我哋善業人啦，當同呢個智慧相應嘅時候，我哋做嘅嘢咧，譬如舉例就係我哋去布施，我哋布施嘅時候咧，我哋咧係一個即係基於慈心，係一個無親嘅心啊。咁咧，我哋將啲嘢俾人哋係基於一個無貪嘅心。咁咧，呢兩根善根都俱全啦。但係咧，我哋有可能做嘅時候咧係有智慧或者冇智慧嘅。咁咧，如果我哋冇智慧做嘅時候咧，就係得一個無貪無親嘅心去做咗呢個善業。但係當我哋做善事嘅時候咧，我哋甚至有智慧嘅時候咧，就係呢個無貪、無親、無痴呢個3個善根俱全嘅。咁當我哋做咗之後咧，咁當我哋有善嘅果報，美心所入邊，美心嘅時候，我哋有善嘅果報嘅時候咧，嗰個果報例如我哋投生嘅時候咧，嗰個結生嘅心咧，同埋有份心入邊咧，亦都會相應嘅咧，就會有呢啲善嘅根出現嘅。例如我哋做人已經係善果啦，係一個善果啦。我哋做人，我哋結生心一定係善嘅。結生心即係全部在座嘅人，我哋都係一定係善果嚟㗎啦。因為我哋唔係做輔導嘅眾生，但係我哋中間有唔同，有啲咩唔同咧？就係話咧，我哋可能嗰個無貪無親嘅根都具足，我哋先至做人。但係所唔同嘅啫，有啲人咧就係有呢個智慧根，有啲人咧就欠缺。即係話我哋有啲人做善事嘅，即係做嘅時候咧，我哋有呢個智慧相應，而導致我哋投生做人嗰陣時咧，個果報咧係由智慧相應，有呢個無痴嘅心生起，一齊投生。咁你一路咧喺我哋嘅生命當中意識流入邊咧，都有呢個無痴嘅呢個元素喺度嘅。教授就講咧，話有啲人係2個善根，有啲人就有3個都具足。咁有我哋唔知啊，我哋個個人都唔知自己係有乜嘢。但係即係講，咁有咩分別咧？就係話咧，當我哋禪修嘅時候咧，我哋咧去修止禪啦，或者修觀禪啦。一個人咧，如果有呢個慧根嘅時候咧，我哋都有慧根啦，即係無痴嘅呢個根嘅時候咧，喺我哋嘅結生嘅時候咧，咁我哋好有機會咧，係今生咧可以收到呢個Ddhamma啦、善拿啦，或者證到呢個修內功咧，可以證到呢個道智果智出世間嘅智慧嘅，即係今生可以去到呢個涅槃嘅。但係咧，如果我哋欠缺呢個根咧，就可能我哋冇機會嘅。無論我哋點樣修都係冇，所以有呢個分別。所以教授講好重要嘅就係話， 我哋咧係做善事嘅時候咧，一定係有智慧咁樣做嘅。
And again, this asankarika, sasankarika is very important. No, asankarika means no, it is unprompted. Sasankarika means prompted. No, so, if you do meritorious deeds no, without being prompted by others and by yourself, that means you do it spontaneously. You do it. So some say, oh, no, please donate to the temple. Immediately you can donate. So that means it is asankarika. So when sometimes you cannot donate immediately, you are thinking, should I donate? Should I do not donate? How much should I donate? How much I will donate? So if I donate, I won't have anything for the hamburger or something. So if you are reluctant, it becomes sasankarika. You are prompting yourself. So if you donate the same amount, say $10 each. So those ones who donate with asankarika, without being prompted. So his volition is very active. The karma will be very strong. It will bear the result very quickly, and it will bear, say, a millionfold. So if you are reluctant, so your karma will be poor. So it will bear result only very slowly, and if it will bear result only not a millionfold, it will be just say 1,000-fold or something like that. So it will be very different. So for Abhidhamma, not the classes. So if you come very willingly, so asankarika. if you have to go shake by shake yourself, should I go? That will be asankarika. You will get less priority.
咁咧頭先講咧，我哋做善事嘅時候咧，我哋主動去做同埋被動去做咧，嗰、結果都唔同嘅。做同一件事啊，做同一件事。咁例如咧，如果我哋去捐錢嘅時候咧，咁可能咧人哋叫我哋捐錢，我哋諗都唔諗就去捐。咁另外一個情形之後咧，就喺度反覆咁諗捐唔捐好咧？都係捐啦，係捐幾多咧？即係諗嚟諗去，咁可能做完咗啊！即係無論自動即刻去做，冇俾人慫恿去做，係捐10蚊。咁咧諗咗好耐之後，都係捐10蚊，嗱個數目係一樣嘅，但係咧嗰個善心個強度啊，咁係強好多嘅，所以嗰個部嘅力量咧，同埋嗰個心，即係嗰個快脆啊，嗰部嘅成熟啊，咁都會強過嗰啲弱嘅善心嘅。
So we go to the textbook for this page. So please look at your textbook, the next page. We say the Mahavipaka Citta and Mahakriya Citta. These Mahavipaka Citta and Mahakriya Citta. So their names are the same as Mahakusala Citta. The same. Their names are the same. So when we say if you call them, you call by the same name. Somanasa Salajas, we call here Somanasa Sagadam, Jnana Samyuktam, Asankarikam Ekam, Sasankarikam Ekam, the same name. We give the same name. Now, if you want to differentiate them, we say, we differentiate like this. So, Somanasa Sagadam, Jnana Samyuktam, Asankarika, Mahakusala Citta. Now, when you say Mahavipaka Citta, you say Somanasa Sagadam, Jnana Samyuktam, the same thing, Asankarika, Mahavipaka Citta. Instead of Kusala, you just change here. And then if it is Kriya Citta, you just change here. Somanasa Sagadam, Jnana Samyuktam, Asankarika, Mahakriya Citta. So the name, you already know. Okay.
咁咧講緊而家我哋講緊呢個廣大嘅果報心咧，美心入邊嘅果報心同埋為助心咧，其 其實咧都係8個，每個都係8個，而個名咧都係一樣嘅。咁所唔同嘅咧係我哋讀嘅時候咧，即係其實都係同埋一齊生起啦，喜悅一齊生起啦。咁同埋佢係有智慧相應或者唔相應啦，同埋佢係自動或者被動啦。咁我哋所需要換嘅咧，淨係佢係一個即係一個係廣大嘅善心啦，定係一個廣大嘅果報心啦，定係一個廣大嘅為助心即係其實唔同就係佢個種類唔同，但係8個名咧同埋都係一樣嘅。
So like in this table, we already give the heading here. Like we say the Mahakusala Chaita. So these are Mahakusala Chaita, you already know. These are Mahavipaka Chaita. These are Mahakriya Chaita. So we already differentiate here. So we don't mention here the Mahakusala Chaita, Mahavipaka Chaita, Mahakriya Chaita here. So that we say the names are the same. No. So you should know when you have to put this. These are Mahakusala, these are Mahavipaka, these are Mahakriya.
所以咧喺呢個表嗰度咧，我哋都睇到啦。咁我哋淨係重複一次佢個名咯，就係呢個廣大嘅善心入邊咧，我哋有呢啲唔同嘅種類啦。呢啲加號同埋減號就係感受啦。咁我哋喺呢個廣大嘅果報心8個咧，同埋廣大嘅為助心8個咧，我哋就唔重複啦。
Now we finish up to now. All together we finish 54 Dhamma Vajra Chaita. Dhamma Vajra means sense sphere. The consciousness that arises mostly in the sense sphere. Up to here. So up to here. So all together we have 12 plus 18, 30 plus 24, 54. So among these 54 consciousness, Hasitu Pada and 8 Mahakriya Chaita arise only in Arahats. They will arise only in Arahats and not in Wallings just like us. So in us, how many Chaita can arise? So you have to subtract this 9 from 54. Then we have only 45 Chaitas that arise in us.
咁咧，我哋咧基本上咧已經講晒所有咧我哋欲界嘅心啦。喺欲界嘅心入邊咧，我哋講晒54個欲界嘅心啦。咁咧，我哋知道咧呢個廣大嘅為助心咧8個咧，同埋一個生肖心咧，淨係喺佛陀同埋阿羅漢身內先有嘅。咁我哋希望即係在座都冇人係阿羅漢。咁所以我哋所有嘅人咧，就係54減9個，就係45個心，即係會喺我哋身入邊生起嘅。
Now tomorrow we shall continue with the Chaita Speedo. So we will begin this 2 tomorrow, I think. So there are 15 Rupa Vajra Chaita. Rupa Vajra is 5 material sphere. 5 material sphere. So that is 5 material sphere is the Rupa Brahma realm. The Rupa, the Brahma realm with bodies. So these Chaita arise mostly in them. But this 5 Rupa Vajra Kusala Chaita can also arise in us. Now if we undertake meditation, like mindfulness of breathing or kasina meditation, then we can develop this 5 Rupa Vajra jhana. So, and then if you do the kasina meditation, after attaining this 5 Rupa Vajra jhana, we can also develop this 4 Rupa Vajra jhana. So that means we can also attain this 9 jhana chaita. So if you combine with this 45 here plus 9, so there will be 54 chaita that can arise in us. That can arise in us.
Okay.
嗱，咁聽日咧，我哋咧就會開始講色界色界眾生嘅或者梵天嘅嗰個心啦。咁咧就一共咧係有15個嘅。咁咧 咁但係咧，唔好以為唔關我哋事就唔嚟。咁因為咧好重要嘅就係話咧，有5個梵天嘅心咧，我哋都可以培育到嘅，通過呢個禪修。咁所以咧，即係聽日教授就會講啦。咁同樣嘅無色界咧個心咧，即係最高啲嘅梵天咧，即係連色身都冇嘅，就係純意，即係純心存在嘅，冇色身嘅。咁咧無色界嘅呢個梵天嘅心咧，亦都會講啦。咁咧，我哋都有機會就係如果我哋收呢個字咧，就係無色界嗰個字咧，即係嗰個四禪八定咧，咁我哋都可以有咁樣嘅心，係我哋嘅心入邊產生嘅。
So these jhana chetas, they are more powerful than this, the Mahakusala cheta. So when we attain these jhana chetas, we can enjoy the greatest mundane bliss. Mundane means worldly bliss. So like in the human life, or celestial life, or even the Brahma existence. The highest worldly happiness or bliss we can enjoy is this jhana bliss. So if you can develop them, then you can enjoy the highest bliss in this very life. And when you attain the jhana, your mind becomes amazingly very powerful. Very powerful. You can see penetratively into your body, as well as in other people's body. So you can see all the 32 parts of the body, like the heart, like we say, the lungs. So you don't need to go to the ultrasound. So you can see better than ultrasound, and you can see like through the walls. So you can see the objects, what will be there on there. Raining, where there's no rain, where is a traffic jam, where is no traffic jam, you can see. So the Buddha, he taught this jhana chitta to undertake vipassana meditation. So we have 2 types of meditation. By the tranquility meditation, we develop this jhana. And then we perform vipassana meditation to develop this lokuttara kusala chitta. So lokuttara means supramundane. So these chittas are the chitta that are aware of Nibbana. So if you can develop these lokuttara kusala chitta, we also call them mega chitta, then you can see Nibbana, you can be aware of Nibbana. And as soon as you can attain the mega chitta, then you become noble person. You can enjoy Nibbana bliss as much as you like. So the Buddha, he taught the Eightfold Noble Path. That is the path that goes to Nibbana, that leads to Nibbana. So that path is comprises the morality, concentration, and wisdom. So we have to observe morality, and then undertake meditation to develop the jhana, and then undertake vipassana to develop the wisdom. So here we develop concentration. Here we developed the wisdom, that the highest wisdom that can destroy all defilements, and then you can see Nibbana right away. So Nibbana, where is Nibbana? You should not ask questions. So if you just develop this, then you can see by yourself that you enjoy it right in this life.
Okay, 咁咧教授咧就講咧，我哋講到呢個 jhana 咧禪定嘅心嘅時候咧，佢個禪呢個係色界嘅善心。咁如果我哋去到收到呢個善拿，我哋都會有具備咁嘅心咧。佢嘅善法咧係多倍於我哋普通做善事嘅，即係我哋頭先講廣大嘅善心嘅。咁當一個人係可以去到 即係咁樣嘅Ddhamma咁嘅心咧，個心咧係好強有力嘅，係好清淨清晰嘅。咁咧我哋可以睇到好多嘢啦，好多超能力啦。例如我哋可以睇到自己身心入邊嘅情形啦，同埋嗰個可能可以睇到人哋嘅身心啦。佢舉例就話可能唔使照 X 光或者照 ultrasound 咁樣啊，就已經可以因為個心係可以睇到自己識心嗰啲嘢嘅。咁但係咧佢就講佢話我哋修呢個專注力咧強咧呢個止善咧或者Ddhamma咧最終咧係為咗咧我哋去修毗婆舍那嗰個修嗰個觀啦，去培育呢個智慧嘅。咁因為我哋有咗呢個智慧咧，我哋咧先至可以去到呢個出世間嘅善法就係Lokuttara Kusala，呢個係最殊勝嘅善法啦。咁佢咧就係可以講咧佛陀教我哋咧就係呢個八正道啦，即係同埋戒定慧咧，去培養呢個智慧去淨化我哋嘅內心，而可以咧最終咧會有呢個出世間嘅心嘅。呢個心等遲啲我哋就會講，我哋而家係凡人嘅心啦，會有幾多種？即係遲啲就會講係出世間嘅心會睇到涅槃相嘅，涅槃相亦即係道同埋果啦。道同埋果啦，咁呢啲心咧都會解釋嘅。咁當一個人會有呢個道字同埋果字嘅心生起嘅時候咧，佢都即係見到涅槃咧，佢就會係一個聖者嘅。咁咧就我諗大概係咁多。
So all the teachings of the Buddha, with respect to the Eightfold Noble Path or Threefold Noble training of morality, training of concentration, and training of meditation, the Vipassana meditation. So all these teachings are compiled together in the book, the Visuddhimagga. Visuddhimagga is called the Path to Nibbana. So the Visuddhimagga is the practical aspect of the teaching of the Buddha. So our Abhidhamma is the principles of the teaching of the Buddha, the principal aspect. So the Buddha, he taught both principles and the practical. So usually after teaching Abhidhamma, I teach the Visuddhimagga. So in the Theravada, the International Theravada University, I have the chance to teach this too because I like to teach this too. So they allow me to teach. So actually for the International Theravada University, I have written 7 books for use in the university. And I take the essence of that Visuddhimagga I wrote in one book here. We call the Essence of Visuddhimagga, Volume 1. And I have written about 70 books, and only 6 books were published by me in English. And I have the Abhidhamma you already have, and I have the other 5 books, just a few copies. So this Visuddhimagga, and as you have seen the other day, I said I also wrote the Karma, the real creator, about Karma, about the Karma as a result in detail. And also very interesting, like the evidences of the past existences, the future existences, how Karma produced its result. So by using this Karma, how can we prepare for our fate and destiny in the future life. And I also written the right view on life. It is actually the application of Abhidhamma in daily life. And also the 4 Noble Truths. So the highest the Noble Truths. So we have to understand these 4 Noble Truths to attain the path wisdom and the fruition wisdom, and not to enjoy Nirvana. So, and then also I have written together with Pao Shadow, so about the Samatha meditation and the Vipassana meditation. So the two papers are brought up here. So we say breakthrough in Samatha meditation and Vipassana meditation. So here we describe how meditation can be undertaken even at present as taught by the Buddha in detail. How we can develop all those 9 jhana, and then even the Megha Chaita and Phala Chaita. So I have only a few copies each. So after this class, so I will put up here. So whoever wants to take, you can take. But I would request you not to donate just a little bit, just like the price of a hamburger or something like that. Because I am just a retired professor, so our salary is very low. The pension salary is very low. I cannot publish books with that salary. So my students, so they donated So when you take the book, you just imagine you are donating for republication of this book. Just like in the Abhidhamma, you donated something. So they will be used for republication. So you are donating for the propagation of the Dhamma. So there is very great merit, very great merit.
咁咧就教授就講咧，佢話Abhidhamma咧就係一個理論性嘅嘢啦，講個佛法啦。咁咧佢咧通常咧點樣去實修咧？咁就係另外一本叫《清淨道論》嘅，咁係國恩大師所寫嘅。咁咧佢一本書一本論啦。咁佢咧就喺緬甸嘅南傳佛教大學咧就教呢兩個學科嘅。除咗即係經教理論咧，佢仲教個實修嘅。咁佢就將佢嘅講義嗰啲嘢咧就摘錄成一本書，就係清淨道論 Abhidhamma 啦，入邊講點樣去修呢個止同埋觀嘅。咁除此之外咧，佢都寫咗好多十幾本書，但係你用英文寫嘅咧得7本。咁咧，佢頭先咧就有做一舉例講出嚟啦，有啲 sample。咁我諗呢個係英文書，頭先聽得到嗰啲，即係可以請或者有一啲 donation。如果聽唔到嘅，你都唔使請啦，因為數目有限。
I give permission for those who like to publish my books for free distribution. Like in Malaysia, they publish them. In Singapore, they also publish. And in the Indonesia, they have translated into Indonesian language Abhidhamma and this Dhamma, the literature. They have already translated into the Indonesian language. And then what is the breakthrough in Samatha Vipassana meditation, already translated into Chinese. Already translated. So if you are interested, I give permission.
咁大家咧，如果想喺香港呢度印咧，咁都可以嘅。咁佢話佢俾呢個權授權俾任何中意，即係非牟利嘅去即係流 free distribution 免費流傳嘅，咁都可以去做呢件事。
So we say prayers.
OK， 嗱我哋而家跟住咧就做一個回向啦。
So share merit, say prayers. Imaya Dhammayu Dhamma Patipatiya Buddham Bujeti Imaya Dhammayu Dhamma Patipatiya Dhammam Bujeti Imaya Dhammayu Dhamma Patipatiya Sangham Pujeti. With our holy practice, which is in accord with the 9 supramundane Dhammas, we pay obeisance to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. What these 9 supramundane Dhammas mean? The 4-part wisdom, the 4 fruition wisdom, and Nibbana. So they are the highest and the noblest Dhamma. So we are not learning Abhidhamma for attainment. So in accord with this supramundane Dhamma. Okay, we continue. Idam me punyam aswataya vaham aju. May these merits of mine lead me to the extinction of all defilements. Idam me punyam nibbanasa pacayo aju. May these merits of mine be conducive to my attainment of Nibbana. Iman no punya baga sabha sadhanam dema. Iman no punya baga sabha sadhanam dema. Iman no punya baga sabha sadhanam dema. We share our merits with all sentient beings. May all sentient beings obtain a share of our merits and be well and happy always. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May you all be happy and well. May you attain enlightenment and realize Nibbana in this very life.
大家快樂健康，可以證到呢條。